Welcome to the next video on the Practical Weapons channel. Today I'm making a first look video, tabletop obviously, at Osight from Olight, the company that makes flashlights. And you know, I have plenty of those flashlights that I actually bought. They are functional, to say. I cannot say whether they compare it to Streamlight or anything else, but that's not the purpose of the video. They contacted me and sent me for review the Osight, the new pistol red dot that the company decided to produce, I think this year, and it has some of the unusual or new in the industry features. So the first item to note, this is an RMR mount red dot, in my case green dot. Because I like green more than the red, and that's what they sent me. It's not that big, it's not that small, it's normal pistol-sized red dot, FD colored in my case. It has a 3 MOA dot with 10 daylight brightness settings, and again, let's make it brighter, and 2 night brightness settings, if you call it brightness, night level light. On a lowest mode, they say it works at 70,000 hours, which is a lot, and 17 days on the brightest mode. Fully charged cover, or whatever you want to call it, charging cover, extends the light of the brightness from 17 to 70 days, and that is the main difference. This is a magnetic charging cover because the battery in the sight is not replaceable or removable. You can only charge it through this cover. And as you can see, it is trying to charge right now. You can press the button on the left side to see how much of a charge is in this magnetic cover. The other things that come with the sight are the bolts, little bag, USB-C cable, and a little mounting screwdriver, whatever you want to call this. I also received from them 2 sizes of Picatinny mounts, and I will describe why. Again, some people, or most people, tested this on a pistol. This is an RMR standard red dot after all, which means it fits on a lot of pistols, and I have pistols that would mount it just fine. However, my thought process, this is a magnetic cover, and you know you can charge this thing from USB cable. So think of it from off-the-grid concept, maybe survival, maybe hiking. You have your backup battery. You use the cable that came with this, or any USB-C cable will probably do, but let's use the one that came with it. Here is the USB port. And guess what? It will charge from the external battery. Well, that's nice, but what if you don't have one of those? You could use one of these. This is a both solar and kinetic charging device, and potentially you could charge the magnetic cover from this device. So let's see if it works. And excuse me, this might end up being a little bit loud. So right now we know this is charge, okay? And let's see. See, it is charging. Now, this is also exercise for my hands and my ears, because this thing is loud. But that means even in the dark, let's say you're off the grid and you're in your sleeping tent, you could charge this device. Alternatively, again, thinking of the off-the-grid concept, get a solar panel, and you can charge your battery and your magnetic cover at the same time, thus extending the length of your ability of using the sight. Now, can you charge while it is connected to the site? Let's find out. Again, I'm semi-blind. I'm actually doing this in the dark, for those that care. See, it is charging. You see the blinking? That is charging. So, where would I use this? Well, if you noticed, I have the Picatinny mounts for this, and again, you can use other RMR compatible mounts, I presume, but let's use what they have. I'm thinking this. This is my new Caltech Sub 2000 Gen 3, which is something that allows me to keep the optic on easier, because it rotates. And this little sight on the Picatinny mount will go on top of this, providing me, because of 3 MOA dot, fairly functional accuracy up to probably 100 yards at least. Even though in self-defense situations you probably don't need that long, but it should be functional at that distance with the Picatinny mount. I just need to find out which one of them. See, I have a low mount and a high mount. I need to find out which one of them actually fits better on this firearm. And the other perspective of this sight, while that thing is charging, you can remove it and use it in different situations. It has motion sensor and light sensor. So after a certain amount of time, after 10 minutes actually, it will turn itself off, thus saving battery. This is where the 70,000 hours come from probably. And that's about all the important parts. It does have the lockout for the lockout, not lockout. Sorry, Russian accent. For the brightness. So if you want to keep specific brightness level, there is a way to lock out the change. And you have the controls on the left, plus and minus. Those are the brightness levels. And I don't have night vision to check the last two, but I can see the other ones. And that most likely is the light sensor. Osight on the front, most likely, I don't know. I'm not a technical expert. That's the mounting for the magnetic charge, which is right here in the charging, magnetic charging cover. And again, just to reiterate, the company sent it to me. I'm not going to name who, again, just to be confidential, but a person contacted me via email and offered to send this sight for review. And I like that, because I almost bought it when they came out, but didn't make it, and I didn't have any additional firearms to put them on at the time. This was purchased afterwards, because I'm also testing different carbines, and there will be a separate video on the Caltech. This is the Gen 3, and you seem to like the videos about it. And this was the sight on it. That was my sight, indeed. And notice the size difference between the two. The weight difference is even bigger, obviously. So prism sights do not require battery, because the reticle is either cable or engraved. Red dots do require battery, but in this situation that might be almost functional for the purpose. Let's see what comes out. I will need to make sure this is functional with the Caltech eye relief and those kind of options. This is supposed to be parallax free, and it is a reflex sight. Both of them are red dots, but you know, you can have different types of red dots. That's it. Please let me know what you think, whether you have any comments, and I will charge this thing up, take it to the range, and see if they allow me to make a video over there. Sometimes they don't. But those are the things that come in the box. A bag, probably for the charging cover. A cleaning cloth for the optics, for the screen. Some bolts to mount this thing, different sizes. USB cable. And Picatinny mounts were sent separately, but again, you can purchase them at the same time. This is indeed an RMR mount, so all kinds of things support an RMR. Let me know. What do you think? Those are the important ones. And of course, there is a fairly large instruction manual, which would be nice to have in a digital format, so that you can download, let's say, to your tablet or something else. But that's the goal that I want to see, something like this. And then, without having to change or remove the optic to change the battery, you can just charge it with the cover. And of course, it came with a mounting tool. So, good luck to Olight in the optics. I hear they're going to have new ones in the SHOT Show 2025. Which is very soon. Let's see what comes out. I would recommend them having options for the reticles, not just a dot, but also the circle dot, because those are better for the people with astigmatism. Potentially, maybe some kind of a reticle, more than just plain dot or circle dot too. And maybe in the future, a protective cover for the survival situation. This is aluminum. It's a good aluminum, but you might be able to put, let's say, a steel or rubber protector on top of the sight, especially if you're carrying it and you want it to be better. That's all. I'll talk to you later.